take up item number 10, which is, I believe, your last bill. Get it right this time.
Absolutely.
AB 645.
So California is the leader in reducing greenhouse gases from electricity generation while maintaining an affordable and reliable electricity system. The renewable portfolio standard has been a resounding success and a prime example of California's work on climate change. Despite early concerns about the availability of sufficient resources, the RPS has led to the development of new solar, wind, and geothermal power plants, as well as related manufacturing and services. These investments have created thousands of new jobs, millions of new investments in tax dollars, and significant clean air and climate benefits. Yet the positive momentum of this program will plateau in 2020. And all the scenarios for achieving long-term climate change goals rely on further increasing zero-carbon energy resources. So Mr. Rendon and myself have collaborated on a bill that will further the RPS requirement to 50% by 2030 and advances California towards a cleaner, healthier, and more prosperous future.
First witness, please.
Amber Blix with the Independent Energy Producers Association, representing independently owned large-scale renewable energy generators that serve under the RPS today. We believe that the existing RPS has a proven track record in getting us to our renewable energy goals in a specified time frame, and we believe that the RPS will continue to be a reliable framework for meeting those renewable energy goals. So we look forward to continue supporting this bill, and we urge your aye vote.
Thank you. Next witness.
Brian White on behalf of Recurrent Energy. We're a large-scale solar developer with a lot of success operating under the current RPS goals, and we think that this bill will help further those goals, and we look forward to working with the author and the legislature and continue to push this measure. So we ask for your aye vote. Thank you.
Thank you. Next witness.
Mr. Chair and members, Erin Niemela representing the Large Scale Solar Association, also in support of the bill. We have 26,000 jobs as a result of the last program since 2010, mostly in the counties of San Bernardino, Kern, Tulare, Imperial, and Los Angeles, and we support the bill. Thank you.
Julie Malinowski on behalf of the California Biomass Energy Alliance. We represent the existing biomass power producers. Without a 50% goal and our expiring contracts, there would be no reason for us to continue. So we strongly support this bill and in fact require or would like additional amendments that acknowledge the role of existing renewable resources and the role they play in our grid today.
Thank you. Other witnesses in support.
Thank you. Melissa Cortez Roth on behalf of the California Wind Energy Association in support.
Thank you. Laura Wislin with the Union of Concerned Scientists in strong support.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, members, Brian Early on behalf of Environmental Defense Fund, looking forward to working with the authors on this measure to ensure that zero carbon integration technologies like demand response get the rightful place in an ongoing RPS.
Thank you for your support.
Christopher Castrillo on behalf of Advanced Energy Economy in support of the bill. Thanks.
Victoria Rome, Natural Resources Defense Council in support.
Jenna Price with the California League of Conservation Voters in support.
Kyle Jones, Sierra Club, California in support.
Gareth Elliott with the Solar Energy Industries Association in support.
Ignacio Hernandez on behalf of the Utility Reform Network in support.
Ron Stork on behalf of Friends of the River. We're in support.
Nate Rangel on behalf of California Outdoors and also California Hydro Reform Coalition in support. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else in opposition? Seeing none or in favor? Opposition, please come forward.
Michael Shaw, California Manufacturers and Technology Association. I mentioned this earlier, but I just wanted to, it bears reiterating. California manufacturers and other industrial users face a premium of 70% for industrial electricity rates. That's over the national average. That number has increased from approximately a 50% premium in a little over about 7 years. So we're seeing increasing challenges for manufacturers and other industrial users to continue to be successful in California as a result of rising electricity rates. One concern we have with regard to increasing the RPS is the increased risk of overgeneration, which CalISO noted in a report earlier this year, that puts us in a situation where we may be forced to curtail the very types of generation, new renewable generation that we seek to increase. In addition to that, worse yet for California ratepayers, we may be put in a situation where we have to pay other states to take the very clean electricity that we're producing. Reliable, affordable electricity is critical to California manufacturers. Without that, it continues to decrease our competitiveness. We do believe that the state should take additional steps to provide manufacturers with tools to help control their energy costs, such as alleviating the burden of a departing load charge, which was addressed earlier today for clean distributed generation facilities. In addition to that, increasing direct access, opening up the ability for manufacturers to locate less expensive electricity from other than their utilities, or to pursue 100% renewable or some other goal that the company has set. Thank you.
Thank you. Next witness.
Good evening, Chair members. Amy Mago on behalf of the California Chamber of Commerce. And while we appreciate the value of electricity that we receive from renewables, this bill is simply going to increase our current RPS without evaluating our current program requirements and evaluating where changes need to be made. There's potential for a grid instability given our current renewable mix, and there needs to be more regional coordination going forward, as well as more flexibility in our procurement mandates. Finally, any mandate on energy is going to increase the cost for ratepayers in California. California businesses already pay among the highest electricity rates in the nation, and this bill is just going to further increase those costs.
Thank you. Other witnesses in opposition, please state your name, affiliation, and your position.
Respectfully, we have no position. Hoping to speak to the concerns that we have very briefly from the utility perspective. Nick Pappas with Southern California Edison. As I said, we have no position. We do support moving to 50% renewables in the context of a broader climate policy, which requires a comprehensive, integrated approach, which gives consideration to all the tools in the toolbox. That means not just substantial additional investment in renewables, but also strategic investment in distributed generation, investment in energy efficiency, as well as transportation electrification. As stated by the opposition witnesses, that meeting higher levels of renewables means we must confront operational and market challenges, and doing so requires an integrated approach to mitigate those challenges moving forward. Appreciate the opportunity to work with the authors and the committee on these issues, and appreciate the analysis giving consideration to some of these issues. Thank you.
Thank you. Other witnesses in opposition or in between?
Concerned, Mr. Chairman. Gil Topidi with the California Municipal Utilities Association. Also, whether you call it flexibility, an integrated approach, or optionality, we believe 50% RPS is one pathway if it can be broadened out. And clearly, bottom of page 2 under issues of consideration, it does finally mention maybe other things that need to be examined. But item A, I'd caution that if enabling the procurement and integration of a broad range of renewable resources necessary to assure a balanced portfolio. Some of our renewable resources, very high valued ones like geothermal, require a lot of transmission. That transmission is very expensive. Option B, we're all in favor of ways to maybe try to get some of that DG that's behind the meter count towards RPS. And then in reconciling the RPS with other programs, that's an awesome thing. I want to be a stakeholder involved in that. And finally, with the overgeneration issue, I think Assemblywoman Garcia brought it up last week in UNC. With this issue of curtailment, all I would ask members to consider is that your customers are paying for all these upgrades, paying for California to be a #1 renewable resource power in the world. But if you have more power than you need, then your customers are paying for the overgeneration of what they need. And then if there's not a market out there, if there's actually a negative market out there where you got to pay an out-of-state utility to take it from you, then our customers in California are paying twice to get this power somewhere. Thank you.
Thank you. Other witnesses, state your name, position.
Matt Klopfenstein on behalf of SMUD, the Sacramento Municipal Utility District. We also do not have a formal position. We are very grateful for both authors' willingness to work with us and meet with us. We also are supportive of the overall goal of GHG emissions reduction and would like to see an approach that allows us to use all the clean resources we can. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mario DiBernardo with the Northern California Power Agency. Respectfully have no position. We would like to just highlight the analysis and this portion that discusses issues of concern. We think that illustrates some of the questions that really need to be vetted through a stakeholder process, we would hope, whether through public hearings or meetings. And so we would just like to emphasize that we would like to be part of that process, and especially if it's in a public forum, we would be ecstatic. Thank you.
Thank you. No other speakers in opposition. Would like to bring it back to the members if there's any questions. Questions of the members. I'd like to just say before you close that I know this process is going to go forward. The Senate's doing a lot on the other side, and I commend both of you for working together. And the devil's in the details, and it's going to be very tricky on how we go forward. I think as a state, there's some areas that we have overgeneration, and we have transmission issues to get that power to other places in the state. So this is really going to be a little bit different than the first process that we went through under the original AB 32 when we just pretty much opened up the floodgates. So I'm not going to be supporting the bill today, but I do commend you guys, your leadership on trying to tackle this issue, because it is a tough one, and there's going to be a lot more thought, I think, in this process than there was in the last, and I appreciate that. So with that, we have if there's no other, yes, sir.
I agree with Mr. Dolly. We have a lot of work to do, and it's late, and they've done it more eloquently than I could. So I'm just going to quote the Little Hoover Commission from October. It's less than 6 months ago. Until the state develops a strategic energy plan, the governor, through use of veto power, or the legislature, through its policy committees, should enforce a moratorium on new energy-related mandates. We are not close to dealing with the integrated approaches that a number of the witnesses referred to, and just raising the targets without addressing the significant issues that these targets and changes in the targets raise, I think we have a lot of work to do, and I'm going to be a vote against as well. I know this is an issue that is going to remain before us, and I hope I can work with the leaders of these two committees, and I'll leave it at that.
No other questions? Would you like to close?
Absolutely. I think there's been much discussion about the duct chart and about overgeneration, and grid integration is an important issue. However, what is almost never mentioned is while we pay in the spring for overgeneration of renewables, we also pay for, and people get mad about that because they say, okay, we're paying for renewables we don't use. In the summer, that is dwarfed by the amount of natural gas we pay for that we also do not use. The summer, we have a undergeneration of renewables problem. We don't have enough renewables to meet peak demand. So we are still dependent, especially after the closure of San Onofre, on extremely dirty old power plants that take a huge ramp-up time. So to give you an example, I have one in my district that takes nearly 12 hours to ramp up to provide the 1 hour of energy that we need. However, we pay for all the other 11 hours. And so to not do something to increase the renewables is something we are paying for right now as well. And that scale is still much larger in the summer. So I do think that we need to deal with overgeneration with grid integration, but we need more renewables to deal with the undergeneration in the much larger picture of summer peak periods. The chairmen are working together on this, and of course this will also involve probably negotiation in the Senate, but respectfully ask your aye vote.
Motion is due pass to approach. Please call the roll.
Assemblymember Williams?
Aye.
Williams, aye. Dolly? No. Dolly, no. Garcia? Aye. Garcia, aye. Hadley?
No.
Hadley, no. Harper?
No.
Harper, no. McCarty?
Aye.
McCarty, aye. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. Stone?
Aye.
Stone, aye. Wood?
Aye.
Wood, aye. It's got 6 aye votes.
Bill is out. Thanks to both of you.
We're going to go bill by bill. We're not going to do ones that are on call separately from the ones who are add-ons. We'll just go down the file order because I think otherwise it will be far too confusing with 40-something bills. So let's start with AB 21, item 1 by Mr. Perea.
Assemblymember Rendon? 21. Number 1.
File item 1.
File item 180. Rendon, aye. That bill's out.
That bill is out. Item number 2, AB 33 by Quirk.
Assemblymember Dolly?
Aye.
Dolly, aye. Hadley?
Aye.
Hadley, aye. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. Stone?
Aye.
Stone, aye. It's 9 ayes.
9 votes, that's out. AB item 3, 197 by Eduardo Garcia.
Assemblymember Dolly?
No vote.
Hadley?
No.
Hadley, no. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. Stone?
Aye.
Stone, aye. It's got 6 aye votes.
It's got 6 votes. The bill is out. I believe item 4 everyone had a chance to vote on.
Yes, everyone did.
Okay, that bill is out. Item 5, AB 385 by Chu.
Assemblymember Williams?
Aye.
Williams, aye. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. Wood? Wood, aye. It's got 9 aye.
That bill is out. AB item 6, 392 by Atkins.
Assemblymember Garcia? Aye. Garcia, aye. Hadley?
Aye.
Hadley, aye. McCarty?
Aye.
McCarty, aye. It's 9. It's out.
9 votes, it's out. Item 7, 446 by Ridley Thomas.
Assemblymember Garcia? Aye. Garcia, aye. Hadley?
Aye.
Hadley, aye. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. 9 out.
9 is out. Item 8, 577 by Bonilla.
Assemblymember Dally? Aye. Dally, aye. Garcia? Aye. Garcia, aye. Hadley?
I understand this was amended.
Yes.
It was.
Aye.
Hadley, aye. McCarty?
Aye.
McCarty, aye. 9 out.
9, it's out. Item 9, 641 by Mays. Chair's recommendation is no. Please.
Assemblymember Rendon?
No.
Rendon, no. Wood?
No.
Wood, no. It fails.
It fails.
Yes.
2
7.
2 to 7. Item 10, I believe everyone voted on. Item 11, 674 by Mullen.
Assemblymember Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. It's out 8 to 1.
Item 12 was pulled. Mullen is out. Item 13 by Garcia. Chair's recommendation is aye.
Assemblymember McCarty?
Aye.
McCarty, aye. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. That's 9 out.
That bill is out. Item 14 and the rest of the consent calendar.
Assemblymember Dally?
Aye.
Dally, aye. Garcia? Aye. Garcia, aye. Hadley?
Aye.
Hadley, aye. And McCarty?
Aye.
McCarty, aye. 9 out.
That's out. Item 15, 857 by Perea. Chair's recommendation is aye with amendments.
Assemblymember Williams?
Aye.
Williams, aye. Dally?
Aye.
Dally, aye. Garcia? Aye. Garcia, aye. Hadley?
Aye.
Hadley, aye. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. That's 9 out.
That bill is out. Item 16, AB 956 by Mathis. Chair's recommendation is no.
Assemblymember Rendon?
No.
Rendon, no. It's 3 to 6.
3 to 6, the bill fails. Item 17, 1030 by Ridley Thomas.
Assemblymember Dally?
Aye.
Dally, aye. Garcia?
AB 1030 by Ridley Thomas.
Garcia, aye. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. It's 9 out.
9, the bill is out. Item 18, 1034 by Obernolte.
Assemblymember Hadley?
I'm sorry, 1034.
By Obernolte.
Aye.
Hadley, aye. Rendon? Stone?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. Stone, aye. It's 9 and out.
That bill is out. Item 19, 1063 by Williams.
Assemblymember Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. It's Bill 7 out.
That bill is out. Item 20, 1071 by Atkins.
Assemblymember Garcia? Aye. Garcia, aye. It's out.
That bill is out. Item 21, 1094, I believe that everyone voted on
Everyone
that.
voted on that.
Item 22, AB 1108 by Lowe.
Assemblymember Garcia? Aye. Garcia, aye. McCarty?
Aye.
McCarty, aye. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. That bill's out.
That bill is out. Item 23, AB 1142 by Gray. Chair's recommendation is aye as amended.
Assemblymember Garcia? Aye. Garcia, aye. Hadley? Aye. Hadley, aye. Rendon? Aye. Rendon, aye. That bill's out.
Bill is out. Item 24, 1144 by Rendon.
Assemblymember Garcia? Aye. Garcia, aye. Bill's out.
Item 25, AB 1169 by Gomez.
That was a consent item.
That's consent. Item 26, 1202 by Mays.
Assemblymember Rendon? Aye. Rendon, aye. Wood? Aye. Wood, aye. That bill's out.
That bill is out. Item 27, 1205 by Gomez.
Assemblymember Garcia? Aye. Garcia, aye. Wood? Aye. Wood, aye. That bill's out.
That bill's out. Item 28, 1239 by Gordon.
Assemblymember Garcia? Aye. Garcia, aye. Wood? Aye. Wood, aye. That bill is out.
That bill is out. Item 29, AB 1242 by Gray. Chair's recommendation is aye as amended.
Assemblymember Hadley? Aye. Hadley, aye. Rendon? Stone? No. Stone, no. That bill is out.
That bill is out. Item 30, AB 1288 by Atkins.
Assemblymember Garcia? Aye. Garcia, aye. Rendon? Aye. Rendon, aye. That bill is out.
That bill is out. Item 31, AB 1323 by Frazier.
Assemblymember Harper?
Yes.
Harper, aye. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye.
Item 30, that bill is out. Item 32, 1398 by Wilk. Chair's recommendation is no.
Assemblymember Rendon?
No.
Rendon, no. That bill fails. 3-6.
That bill fails, 3-6. Item 33, AB 1419 by Eggman. Chair's recommendation is aye.
Assemblymember Williams?
Aye.
Williams, aye. McCarty? Aye. McCarty, aye. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. Wood? Aye. Wood, aye. That bill's out. 34 is consent.
34 is consent. AB 35, AB 1447 by Alejo. Chair's recommendation is aye as amended.
Assemblymember Garcia? Aye. Garcia, aye. McCarty? Aye. McCarty, aye. Rendon? Aye. Rendon, aye. That's out. Bill's out.
That bill is out. AB 1482 by Gordon.
Assemblymember Garcia? Aye. Garcia, aye. Wood? Aye. Wood, aye. That bill's out.
AB 1490 by Rendon.
Assemblymember Garcia? Aye. Garcia, aye. That bill's out.
That bill is out. AB 1496 by Thurmond.
Assemblymember Hadley? Rendon? Aye. Rendon, aye. Stone? Aye. Stone, aye. That bill's out.
That bill is out. AB 1501 by Rendon.
Assemblymember Garcia? Aye. Garcia, aye. That bill's out.
And lastly, the vote only AB 311 by Gallagher. Chair's recommendation is no.
Assemblymember Rendon? No. Rendon, no. Wood? No. Wood, no. That bill fails. 3-6.
Mr. Chairman, on AB 311, on behalf of Mr. Gallagher, I'm asking for reconsideration.
Of course, that will be granted.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, folks. That concludes this meeting of this. That
was reconsideration.
Yeah, that's the first vote because we had the testimony but not a vote at the last hearing.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, that
The bill failed on March 20th.
Yeah, he asked for reconsideration.
Yeah, he's right.
Hey, thanks for a great day.
Oh, I'm sorry I confused you.
That's okay.
That concludes this meeting of the Assembly Natural Resources Committee.
My cough, okay?
I don't know.